from the dome, just chin. Leave your whole mind itching, scratching your scalp. Cold like that out when I roll flows. Niggas don't know the mouth that I pose with, froze with, cold with, so cold with since the school days. Who choose who's the blaze when I plays? Press play, press stop, pause, rewind, blow with the mind. Penetrate your whole spine, make you wind your waist, and I'm finding a place, my whole style. This is hip-hop apocalypse. Your whole style is preposterous. How you gonna stop me? This is nonsense. This I roll with hectic and some monstrous dudes that be on the rap scene. From the Paco to Hackney, whatever you call it, slang of man. I walk with a little twang in my hand. With a bop and my sword and my glistening from the back when I style of the rap. This is hip-hop apocalypse. Your whole style is preposterous. When I flip flows acrobatically like some gymnasts, get panicky, and my whole style is just anarchy. From the court of the keys, my reward is to please. Whatever the keys say, I do say, he say. Wanna talk about the he say, she say. I'm I double. The ends in trouble, I bubble with the crowd till the war start to rumble, and my whole style throwing it hard. This is hip hop apocalypse. This is hip hop apocalypse. Make my people rejoice, it's oi, till I'm pushing a Roy's roast, Get roast, be the host with the most. Your whole face is toast. In the force of my heat and you're forced to retreat. Get defeat when the force of defeat. 1,000 man's marching from the force of my heat. From the chest, yes, rest to impress. And I'm from the double S, blessed to your hess. When I'm don't know breast with the best. And I'm dirty D-Low marksman and Emma J. Vaughn and even Carnage. Even though we gone with the styles that nobody talks about. It's like the true food of eyes youth when you're all watching and listening. Yo.
Yo, sometimes I have to question my ability. Is it really worth pursuing a career with no stability? 1 minute you're here, next minute you're gone. It's like you just disappear when they finish playing your song. I'ma keep on, keep strong, feet on track. What's to stop us if our lyrics and our beats sound fat? It's not as if our lyrics or our beats sound whack. So tell us why you wanna try and keep links back. We're doing this for the love, we're doing it to express, we're doing it for the fun, we're doing it at our best, using it like a gun to hit you up in your chest. That's how I know that there's none that couldn't give us respect. I feel the weight of the time every time I try to step, but staying up in my drum is long. I think that I've slept long enough. Even though I know I'm gonna be, I can't help stating the facts because I wanna be a somebody. Sick of being a nobody, but I wanna be a somebody. I wanna be a somebody. I've got to be a somebody. I'm sick of being a nobody. So I hit the earth with a verse that'll blow your mind. So precise, my heart beats the metronome of time. Close my eyes and visualize flows that rise from the inner depths of my soul and open wide. See, I'm getting chased by this local crime. There's too many ropes to climb, and I just wanna rhyme till my throat's a mime and host a line to translate my speech to a ghostly sign. It's only my true self I hope to find, but pollution in this shitty city chokes my mind. Them people, them give me set modes to life and expect me to follow cause I'm oversized, but that won't dishearten my growth tonight or growth today. I grow for life, the most precise, link side side for life. I fight with mics for life cause my life is mine. Sick of being one day I will be a somebody. Just a regular nobody on the street. I'm sick of being nobody. Sick of being a nobody, but I wanna be a somebody. I wanna be a somebody. Got to be a somebody. I'm sick of being nobody.
but our chest hairs.
Yeah, and I like how our nipples are really similar, but
They are. they were. I mean,
they're so similar.
I do suspect I'm getting from like 6 months in the future. Like,
Yeah.
just horrible happens to you. It's the post-apocalypse, and you're just like living in a bunker with the 2 remaining humans or something.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like, yeah, we're a cloning experiment gone wrong.
What-
I'm
Well,
gonna.
you're, arguably, since I'm the older person,
Yeah.
like you're the failed clone, and that doesn't make any sense at all because I'm clearly the failed clone.
No, wouldn't it make sense that they keep trying? So you would be the failed clone?
I think we're both failed clones
Oh,
of someone
definitely.
much better than us.
Oh my god, yes. I would hope so. I would hope
It's just
there's.
some,
Yeah.
yeah, there's some really good-looking, successful guy,
Oh.
you know, who
Yeah.
kind of resembles us. We're failed clones of Robert Downey Jr.
I'll take it. I'll take
You
it.
know,
I think, yeah. Edward Norton, maybe. Because Robert's got.
Ed Norton.
Right?
Yeah,
yeah.
You know, the people I get compared to. Here's the people I get compared to. You might want to Google these. Right. So, do you remember Saved by the Bell?
Yeah, of course. No,
Screech?
they don't say Screech.
Yes.
No, they
Yes.
don't.
Yes, they do.
I hate
was
that for you.
known. I know. I hate it for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was Screech. Right. There's a British comedy called The In-Betweeners that I never really watched. I know bits of it, and there's some specky little nerdy guy in it. I get compared to him.
Yeah, I know the guy. But doesn't he have really dark hair?
I got really dark hair. How much darker do you want than this?
You're it's Auburn. That is
Auburn.
that is Auburn. Oh my! Now it's looking dirty blonde. Now
Oh
it's
no,
looking...
that's just my grays. That's just my grays,
This is
man.
not.
I got
That's
plenty.
not. Mate.
I got dark brown hair, but that's what I got.
Okay, dark. Okay, brown though. It's dark brown.
But what's the other one? All right, there was a kids program in the UK called Big Cuck, Little Cuck, right?
Wait, what?
And right, Google it. If you got your Google,
Yeah, I
open
got the
up.
Google machine going.
Big Cuck, Little Cuck.
Cuck? Like
and
C-U-C-K?
No, cuck as in to cook food.
Oh, cook.
This is a children's program. It's
That's
not
why
Big
I was
Cuck, Little Cuck.
confused. I thought the Welsh had lost it.
No, so it's.
I see it.
Big
I see
Cuck.
it.
And then small is the tiny cuck.
I can't. It sounds like you're
Oh.
saying cuck. It's killing me.
All right. See, I thought you saw his face and laughed.
No, I do now. I do now.
And there's a famous gif of him getting like milk or cream or whatever squirted in his face, and it looks like he's got a big fucking facial.
Oh my god. Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
And oh, I can see chat. Somebody,
Hey,
I think Star Blast is saying Ben. No.
Sunny. I'm gonna
I'm
before we
assuming they can hear us. I'm gonna put.
they can hear us. Before we go live, I'm gonna do a little tinkle out of my penis.
Go for it. You go pee pee.
Okay, I'll go pee pee. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna talk to your fans.
Yeah, wow.
Our fans. To my fans, I'd just like to say hello, welcome. What else would I like to say? I'd like to say Ben is an abusive host. Behind the scenes, he's just horrible. He's just violent, you know? Like, well, I mean, you've seen him on stream. He's just, I don't know. I think there's something wrong with him. Right.
That spells serious. Rain, my crew links side are deadly serious. Look me in my link's eyes, I'm deadly serious. LYNX, that spells
I just hope Ben one day receives the help he needs.
rain. My crew links side are deadly serious. Look me in my link's eyes, I'm deadly serious.
Right, who's that? Ice Mama saying he's a gentle pussy. You've never met him. He's a prick, and I hate him. There's nothing gentle about him. If you ever touch his skin, it's like sandpaper. Kissing him is like licking a battery. No, he's bad and wrong.
Yo. So what's the next move? Where do I go? Where do I stay? Where do I work? Where do I rest? Where do I play? It feels as though I've been up in this gridlock for days. Still I'm hoping that this shit stops, but hey, whatever happened to the hip hop parade?
He's still pissing, by the way. Oh, he's back. Oh, something might be happening now.
Oh no. Oh, I forgot to post. I didn't even post in Discord. Give me 2 seconds. We'll go live.
Yeah, you do your thing. I was shouting your virtues to everybody.
Great. Which one?
I was telling despair,
Yeah,
agony,
that's one of my favorites.
pulsating genitals.
You know, and that's taken me That's taken me some time. Thank you for recognizing that. That's taken me some time to perfect.
Yeah, it is impressive. I mean, it's not for me. Don't get me wrong.
Sure. Yeah. And it's not pulsating genitals, genitalia, if you will. It's not. You're right, B. It's not for everyone per se. But for those that it is for, let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Pulsating for her pleasure.
Yeah. And his, and them, and theirs. You know?
And mine.
And yours. And theirs and yours. That's right.
Yeah, don't leave me in.
Oops. No. Edit message. I'm such a silly goose today. It's gonna be. Gonna be good. I'm excited to tell the people all the research I've done on you.
I've done loads of research on you, mate, and you're not gonna be happy with it.
Well, this is it. This may be. I see the papers. This may be our last. This may be TPT's last sode if you expose me too much.
Well, I mean, if I expose you too much, you go straight to fucking prison, mate. So. Alright, where are you? You're over there, I'm guessing.
Yes, yes, yes.
You're always over there.
Yes, I am. That's why in my Discord name it has an A before the pants, so I'm always on the left-hand side because it goes alphabetically.
Is that really well? Oh, wow.
Yeah, it took us a while to figure that out because we kept switching who was on what
I
side.
would have thought there's a better way of working out a way to control on who's on what side.
Well, if Discord stopped fucking around and would get their shit together and not,
I can have a word with Discord.
Yeah, can you call them?
I'll give him a buzz later on. I'll say, oh, Discord, knock our shit off. Sort it out, man. Give us a button that does it.
Oi, Discord! Why? Everything's breaking. We're just gonna go live.
What?
My whole.
Why did you just give me a London accent? Oi, Discord to that, bruv.
Discord! Right.
Right, yo, looks lad. Is
Hey.
Ben saying words?
Yeah?
Wait,
no, they can hear me.
Yeah.
Sonny's making fun of my accent, I think.
It's
Oh.
because you're Canadian.
Yeah, that's right.
I like how we talk over the start screen.
Yeah.
It's one of this is my favorite bit. The rest of it is shit. This is why I run.
Well, that's why I like to stretch it out because it's bad. You know, the rest of this is gonna be.
The rest of this is terrible, but this bit is so much fun.
Yeah, it is really. You're right.
I can't see either of our faces.
No.
We should just keep a stream starting
Yeah.
page for the entire thing.
That's actually a One day we will. One day and it will be performance art. It will be performance art.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna get started any minute now, and we'll just go for 6 hours.
Yep. Give me 1 second and we'll go live. Guys, we're about to go live with Benz and the Bees number 4. Subject today is each other.
Oh, he's gone again. Oh no, I think he's doing his lighting. No. Oh, he's getting beer. That's what he was doing. He was getting beer like the raging alcoholic he is. I mean, Ben, you're doing really well, mate.
Are you
You're
ready?
looking good.
Are you ready?
I'm never ready. I've not prepared for a thing in my life.
Well, let's go ahead and let's get this shit show on the road, shall we? Heyo! What up, everybody? Welcome in to the Benz and the Bees episode 4 or number 4. Let's just say number 4. Benz and the Bees
Number 4.
Number 4. Each other every single week, guys. Every single Friday, we bring you a subject that we extensively researched the week prior, and we give you all of the knowledge we have acquired on that subject. Of course, like I said, today's subject is each other. Before we get into it, how you doing, mate?
You know, all right. I knew you were going to ask this question.
Yeah.
I knew it. This is exactly on brand for you, a type of fucking journalism.
Yeah.
I mean, the implication, just to your viewers, so they know exactly what you're doing, right? The implication is that I've had anything but a fantastic day. Now, the truth is, I have not had a fantastic day, but that is not for you to imply, Ben.
You know what?
My how well my day is going is completely unknown to you.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
And I know what you're doing, Ben. I know what you're doing.
I'm setting you up.
You set me up. This is a fucking clear smear job, a hit job, hack journalism at its fucking worst. Yeah, I know. I'm on to you already, right? Now the question I want to ask, right? Since we're doing each other, right, I'm going to ask some fucking questions here.
Please. Please. Because, look, let me just say one thing before you ask your question. You look great today.
Oh, that's thank you. That's really sweet of you, you bastard. Right? I know you're just trying to butter me up. I know you're just trying to fucking get in my good books, right? And it's working.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it is working. Now, here's the question I got for you, right?
Yeah. Please.
Now, my research has shown unequivocally that you were involved in the violent attack on American democracy on January 6th.
Sure, go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Are you at all concerned that you go into prison?
That's a great question. So, yeah, that's a great question.
It is a great question. I stole it off you.
It's a really good question.
It's a good question. You were going to ask me that, and I beat you to the fucking punch.
Let me tell you this.
So you answer it.
So January 6th was interesting. For legal reasons, there are some things I will not necessarily confirm or hear vocally on the podcast.
It seems like a cop-out to me.
Well, just again, because trials are still going on, etc. So, yeah, I could have been there. Was I there? Definitely. Do I love America? Absolutely. Did I want to overthrow it, and bring it back to the people? For sure. How did I do it? Dick out. Now, I think the thing about this, the whole January 6th thing, and obviously I haven't talked about it on stream, on any of our other podcasts because of the controversy, with me, being an insurrectionist, an American insurrectionist specifically. The tricky part about that is not only the legalities around it, but people ask me, they're like, Ben, you talk about, this kind of a socialist dreamscape quite often. What are you doing out there with these fascists and these people that really have no idea what they're doing politically or with their everyday lives? And to those people, I say they needed what they needed was more people like me there, where we had an idea of what we wanted to do. The Dookie on Pelosi's desk. Whose idea do you think that shit was?
Oh no, was it yours?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Yeah, because I didn't approve of any violence, right? And I really stand true to that. Right? Really stand even during this
And
insurrection.
I've known you a long time now, Ben.
Weeks even.
Weeks, maybe even as much as a month.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I have only ever known you to be a non-violent pacifist.
Yeah.
Who just occasionally does a bit of violence. Yeah.
Yeah, and no one likes babies. So with that, I'm saying I'm doing God's work, right? Like
You are.
It's fine.
Like as much as we differ on pretty much every subject.
Yeah.
Your attitude towards the under fours.
Yeah.
Is no, we vibe there.
Yeah, 100%. So
yeah, just fucking smack them. They don't know shit. Who are they gonna tell?
Yeah, they don't know the difference between a closed and an open fist. Let me tell you that much.
Oh my god! I'm putting another point down for Ben.
So there I was at the where did they at the Capitol building?
Yeah, that's where you were at that time. Yeah,
there I was. Now, first of all, I obviously saw Trump's speech. Big ups to Big T, the Big T.
Yeah.
God, what a handsome, healthy man.
Yeah.
That
ET, double penetration.
Yeah, exactly. And so I listened to the speech. I got into the Capitol building. Here's the thing. No one talks about. Dicks out. Everything was happening. So I had ideas. Shit on Pelosi's desk, not because for any political reason. I just want to do a dookie on a high-ranking official.
Desk.
Yeah, on their desk.
Yeah, on an important desk, and that tracks with what I know of you. I don't agree with that, but I can believe that as duplicitous and untrustworthy as I think you may be. I think on this one.
Well, and here's the thing. Shitting on someone's desk isn't a bipartisan issue. Shitting on someone's desk, both sides can agree on. Now the thing that blew up in the media was whose desk got dookied on, and everyone started looking at me. They're like, Ben, blah blah blah. Pelosi's apparently a lefty. It had nothing to do with who it was or what side they say they're on, because fake lefties are fake lefties. Yeah. What it had to do
everyone's a fake lefty, especially the real lefty.
Yeah. Exactly. Well said. What it had to do with was I needed a Cleveland steamer sitting atop a mahogany, paper-filled desk. And I think America needed that. And my whole trip to the Capitol, my whole trip, during this insurrection, everything was based around this one specific dookie. And the problem with it all was it got blown out of proportion, right? It got blown out. The dookie.
No. I gonna have to pin you down on this one,
sure,
Ben, Mike, because you say it was blown out of all proportion. I contend that you simply do not understand the consequences of your actions. Okay. You did something inflammatory, probably genocidal. And at this point, you seem to be, you don't seem to be fazed by the consequences. I would be agonized over it. I would have sleepless nights knowing what I've done, right? What kind of man or beast I might be. And yet you sit there and talk of your trip to January 6th as if it was just a fun little trip to make a artistic statement. And
Yeah.
I don't accept that. I don't accept that, Ben.
Now, let me ask you this, B. Is your pushback, and this has been quite common with a lot of people that are pushing back on this for me, because I wasn't the duker, right? I had the idea, and that's
You
why I
had
was
the
there.
right.
But are you really, are you pushing back because of the lack of cum on the dookie, or are you pushing back because the dookie wasn't stacked right? Because I know lots of people, that's kind of, or is there something
That's-
else? Because that's kind of
that's
the thing I hear the most. It's not stacked right, or there's a lack of
That's-
cum on the dookie.
That's a disgusting fucking question, Ben.
Yeah.
And I thought you had a bit more respect for me
No.
than this. No, apparently fucking not.
Yeah. So
Right?
yeah.
You sit there and you ask me, oh, was there enough cum? Was it properly stacked? Right?
Yeah.
You know full well it wasn't properly stacked. You know this. It was in all of the papers. We saw it fucking live. Right? And yet you sit there and you're going, do you not like fuck you, Ben. Fuck you.
Yeah. Look.
I-
Look. Okay.
I know what you're
So
doing, Ben.
it was the stack. It was the stack. Then you could just say it was the stack.
But you knew it was the stack. That's the
Yeah.
thing that annoys me. You
I'm a
knew.
rascal.
You knew it was. Yeah, exactly. And you go, I'm just a troll. I'm just playing games. No, this
Yeah.
is serious fucking shit, Ben. This is real fucking life.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
Where-
You're right. You're B. Okay. Can I offer you an apology for this?
I would
You're right.
appreciate it. I
This
would
is-
appreciate
I
it.
did. I
because
was
thought you
trying.
had-
It was bad backhanded gotcha journalism.
Yeah.
Look, man, I knew it was
That's
the
what it
stack.
is.
It was the stack. I can't control the stack. I had the idea.
I'm not even. I even suggest that you could control the stack.
So
No.
then what's this all about?
What-
Why am I getting dookied on my
Because of
chest?
your journalism,
Yeah.
your questions are designed specifically to incite hatred,
Yeah.
to incite violence,
That's true.
and it is dangerous rhetoric that you're involved in. And I'm just here. I only agreed to come onto this podcast to be able to call this shit out because Ben, frankly, you're a disgrace to the profession.
And you've been, mate. Thank you. Look, you're keeping me honest. I'm just gonna be real with you. You're keeping me honest. You're keeping me on track. I knew it was the stack, but I've been upset, man, because I haven't had my chance to go out there and tell my side of the January 6th insurrection story.
And you'll have your chance in court, Ben. You'll have your
No,
chance.
now
in
let me
court.
tell you this.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So here's what it kind of boils down to. I'm an idea man. All I did was spread great ideas. So
Mhm.
how can I, an idea man, just a simple little guy, an
Mhm.
idea man with some ideas that let other people know about some ideas,
Mhm.
pooping on some desks.
I'm
great idea.
I'm pretty sure that incitement to commit a crime is a crime, Ben.
Well, and this is how I'm going to get around
if I
it.
suggest to you that
Mhm.
you yell fire in a cinema
I've done that
and you
many
yell,
times.
I know because I suggested it. I'm
yeah.
just saying, if I were to suggest that to you and then you do it,
Which I have.
I've committed a crime. Yeah. Oh, who's fat? Just subscribed with Prime. Who's this cat? What the fuck?
Joey,
Am
welcome
I
in.
the cat?
Did
Am I the
he?
cat?
Joey, no, he must have been hearing you say cook. Joey, welcome in. This is episode 4 of the Bens and the Bees, our dear friend and new member of TPTV. And this is I like this being our 4th episode because we're getting to know each other. And if you guys are just
Finally.
Yeah, exactly. If you're just joining us, guys, every single week we pick a topic and we extensively research that topic beforehand. And today's topic is each other, which I think is a great. We've warmed up a bit. This is episode 4.
I have got the papers here. I've even written the word Ben.
Yeah.
On one of them,
Yeah.
right? I've got all the information on you, mate. I bet you my research on you has been better than your research on me. Because
Well,
not only have I got these papers,
Yeah.
right, there's a whole bunch of them, right? It's not just one piece of paper. There's a
Yeah.
whole.
careful with that.
I mean, no, I'm not going to be careful with that. It's a bill, right? But I got another one here,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Right, that could go
Yeah.
over there. I got another one here. These are all papers on you, Ben.
So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna explain. Wrap up the January 6th, and I just want to toss it. I want to ping pong back to you because I have a big question that I've been thirsting to ask you.
Before you do, I need to ask. It's blue on my screen. I can't
Back at
read
Joey.
it. Right, that person. I don't know about that, but I will be googling it extensively.
Well, Lost, and what is Lost? What I know where it is. Is it really Lost, or can I just not reach it? So there's something to be said there. So there I
Okay.
was jerking off in
Oh,
in
God.
the what the big room where all the senators meet. So
Yeah.
I went in, dick out.
You were going to ask me a question a minute ago, but now we're talking about you masturbating in the
No, I'm
Capitol
wrapping it up.
building.
I'm wrapping it up. So
All right.
wrapping up the January 6th. My time, during the insurrection. So there I was
I
jerking
mean,
off.
this will all be evidence. I just want
Yeah.
you to know this, Ben. This will be used as evidence against you. This video right now.
I was mildly jerking off. Right? Mildly jerking off. Little strokes. And once I finished, I just left, man. Once I finished, I left. I really had nothing to do with the Dookie. I just wanted to say that last thing. I had nothing to do with the
Now-
Dookie aside from being the idea man. But
Now, to be fair,
Okay, yeah.
keep your question in mind, but to be fair, like, who hasn't jerked off in a public government building?
Yeah. Yeah, and we'll get to that, B, because I know what you're thinking. I know I'm going to bring it up. But before I bring up 2011, April 6, 2011, before I bring that up, you in the House of Commons, before I do, I want to ask you, what does this, and I know this might throw you, Mr. Best B Facts. How did
This
you
is going to be
feel?
another bit of.
How did you feel when Haley Baldwin married Justin Bieber?
Right. No, I don't know.
Now I see you
my
stuttering. Now
dog-
let me just jump
my
on
dog
and let
is
the
going
people know.
Absolutely batshit by the
Okay, you're good. You're good. I see what he's doing. Paper bag. Thank you so much for that lurk. The Famine and Iron.
I didn't know if you
Ooh.
could hear that, but my dog went absolutely batshit for a
Yeah.
moment.
No, you're good. You're good. Paper. Thank you so much for that juicy lurk. So I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to distract from the situation.
Yeah, sorry, what was the question again? Justin Bieber.
No, I know
and
you
somebody else I
know.
never heard of.
So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna dox you. Your real name is Haley Bieber. How did you feel when Haley Baldwin married Justin Bieber and kind of took your name?
Right. Well, I don't appreciate you doxing me.
Okay.
No. I just between like we got a bit of mutual respect. I don't appreciate that, Ben. The fact that I've kept my real name hidden for all these years.
Yeah, I do my research. I do.
Yeah, I know you fucking do.
I'm a hard-hitting journalist, my friend. This is
You
what
have
you
your
signed up for.
moments. No. You have your moments. I don't resent the question. Don't get me wrong. I'm disappointed by it.
That's fair.
Now,
I think the people deserve to know.
and look, you've asked the fucking question. I'm gonna answer it.
Please.
Right. I was disappointed. Right. I still have a lot of love and respect for Justin. Oh my word.
Yeah.
That right. If you're wondering why my camera is now facing a different direction,
Yeah.
my dog just ran past and pulled the wire. So
Oh, what a little guy. A little sweetie.
right? Yeah. So there we go. Now I'm back here.
Hmm.
Um. So yeah, I was disappointed. I still love him.
Yeah.
Um. But if he needs to marry another person called Haley, then all power to him. You
Hmm.
know, if he's got a
Hmm.
thing for Haley's, like, you know, we were together for two wonderful years. Um, and yeah, I mean, I still love the guy. You know, he's a sweet, honest, inspirational man.
Can we?
So I feel no negative feelings to him or his new bride. I just
That's
wish I was there. I do miss him. You
that's
know,
it,
it
that's big of you. How did you feel? Do you mind? Do you mind? I know this is a soft spot. Can we
mhm.
go in a little bit on this, or do you want to move on from
Look,
the Justin
y-
Bieber?
you Ben, as is always the case, right? You will ask your questions.
Yeah,
If I don't want to answer, you know I'll tell you no,
that's fair.
right?
You're right. You're right.
Like you know I'll call you out on your bullshit
Yeah,
when you're quite clearly obfuscating the truth or just making shit up. So
sure.
you do you a job
Yeah,
and ask whatever unhinged fucking question you will, and I'll do my bit and
I wanna
respond to
know about the baby powder. I'm gonna ask it. I'm gonna ask about the Justin, the baby powder, that the whole thing. The whole talk walk me through it. Walk me through when you entered the room and you first
no,
saw the
no.
baby powder. What went through your mind?
I was taken aback. If truth be told, I was taken a little aback. But
Did you think it was something
but
else?
no, I knew exactly what it was, which is why we both started snorting it all up.
Yeah.
That was the only way to basically clean up the mess.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I mean, look, Justin, Justin is a star. He's
Yeah.
lived in limelight since he was a teenager.
Hmm.
And you know, it's a different world for people like that. So when you walk into a hotel room covered wall to wall with baby powder, with
Yeah.
talcum powder,
Yeah.
then once you're in that world, it makes a lot more sense. You know, me now living my small little non-famous life,
Sure.
uh, you can look back and think, yeah, that was weird,
So
but
it was just like a moment for you then. This like
it
moment of
was just
incredible fame, incredible. So the talcum powder situation is strange, and I think the whole world is still a bit confused by. Was it
now.
was it to soak up the moisture from all the
This is
cummies?
this is this is typical of you. This is typical of you, right? And I only know this, right, because your viewers need to know, right? Where were you on 9/11? Right? We know where you were on January 6th.
Yeah.
You were there doing January 6th,
Mhm.
right? So where were you on 9/11? Right?
Mhm.
And enough of cummies, right? Because I know
Yeah.
exactly what you were fucking doing.
Yeah.
Where were you on 9/11?
I was on the
What were
phone.
you doing? Yeah, on the phone, on which flight?
Look, mate. Look. Look. Just because I'm gonna say, okay, let me push back a little bit because just because I see where this is going, I'm trying to do a
Mm.
puff piece on my boy, and you were trying to slander me. So let me defend myself.
You
Just
carry
because I got my parachuting license a
the
week
people,
before,
the people. No. The people will know. They'll be able to see through us, Ben. So I welcome it. You
yeah,
carry on. You
yeah,
tell him whatever lies you fucking
this
want,
isn't a
and,
lie.
and
These are facts. I'm just spitting
they'll
the
see.
facts.
They'll see, mate. They'll see. So you carry on.
I'm just spitting the facts. So let me spit these facts. here I was, a week before. I did get my parachuting license. Of course I was in grade 10, and people were like, why are you, getting your passport and parachuting license and getting a ticket to the United States of America, at this time? And let me say this. I was, and this is the first time I've ever said this, I was involved, and I know why you're doing this, and you know why you're doing this, because I
know
was
why I'm doing this,
involved.
because I want your viewers to know the truth, Ben, about you.
Fine, I did it. I was involved in smuggling in 10,000 kilos of baby powder into Canada, specifically for Justin Bieber after he broke up with you. What is that?
No. I'm not having you drag Justin Bieber, who was the ripe age of 4 when 9/11 happened. Right? I'm not having you drag that beautiful man into your fucking deceit, right? You were transporting baby powder for illicit purposes.
Yeah.
For government black sites.
Yeah. So you're gonna tell me that Justin, a 4-year-old Justin.
No. I'm not gonna whitewash Justin Bieber of his crimes, right?
Okay,
He'll have his day in court and will face whatever punishment he faces. What I'm saying is, you are in this circumstance trying to push your guilt, your crimes onto an innocent man.
I don't think, and I maintain this to this day.
I don't think.
I maintain this to this day.
You don't think, Ben.
Smuggling in 2 billion kilos of
baby powder. The words are baby powder.
Of corn-scented baby powder.
Right.
For the people of Canada, for the citizens.
It wasn't for the people. It wasn't for the people. It was for the government, Ben. I got the papers right here. This one says Lloyd's Bank on it. That's a bank.
All right. Let me start from. Okay. I'll start from the start. It was January. December 31st, 1999. That's where it all started. Okay.
I just realized, by the way, Ben, I might have just doxed myself by putting a bank.
Stop putting those up. We won't publish the VOD. Yeah, we won't publish the VOD. I'll make we can actually edit and then publish the VOD.
It's fine.
No, it's not. I got a stream marker. I upset people. Don't worry, we'll take it out. I upset people. We don't want to dox anyone from TPTV.
Right. Yeah. Okay, we'll cover that bit up, guys.
So and I gotta just remind me when we're done. I have a stream marker in there, and we can pull it out. There I was. It was December 31st, 1999. It was on the cusp of Y2K, and I got the call. Jean Chrétien was our prime minister at the time in Canada. I got the call, and I heard he's. If you're not familiar,
Xi Jinping.
No,
was the president.
Jean Chrétien, classic, very famous, very famous Canadian prime minister, very French, and he called me up, and he said, "Hey guy," the way he did.
Hey guy, I fucking hate guard dogs. That's the only thing I know how to say in a French accent.
That sounded just like Jean Chrétien, and I'm not being a turd here. That sounded just like him. I'm not being a dick. So he called me in that voice, and hey buddy, we have this mission for you, and that's what it was. It got set up. He said in a few years, we're going to need this influx of baby powder. Because Canada has birthed our Jesus.
No,
which ended up,
already.
Well, we saw what happened. You married him. Yeah.
Justin Bieber is Canadian.
Yes, and he was supposed to be Canadian Jesus on top of it all. He's very Canadian. He's classically Canadian.
No. I can believe him. I can believe he's Jesus. the fact that he's Canadian blows my mind.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I
So
married the bastard.
yeah, So that's what it that's what it was. That's what it was. And some people say it's illegal or not. I was asked by the people that make the laws to do the thing. So what am I to say? What am I to say?
You to say
I think I was so young at the time.
y-
I was
you're
13.
a man of barely 45 years old.
I was 13 years old when I was approached by
And
Jean Chrétien. Oh my
and
God, maybe that was Stephen Harper. Doesn't matter.
I don't know. These are just names you
Don't
throw at
Google
me.
anything, you guys.
Mate, I don't rely on Google. Right,
Well,
I'm way too clever up here.
up here.
I'm not falling for
Up
their up here
Mhm.
around
Yeah.
by there-ish,
Mhm.
right? So I'm not gonna fall for their lies. I'm not gonna fall for their propaganda. If I want to find out if something's true, I'm gonna come to your house and rifle through your stuff,
Of course.
right? I'm
That's
just
how
gonna
we've
come up to your
yeah.
stuff and just rifle through with my
Yeah.
fingers like
Please do.
right? And that's how I find things out. You
Mhm.
know.
Mhm.
Now, I'd just like to answer this question on stream here. It says, follow Mo on Twitter for spicy
Right.
content at
Right.
MamoGen1. Now,
Mhm.
how do you respond to that?
Well, it's an unequivocal yes for me right away, but I do think, the answer to that kind of question, follow Mo on Twitter for spicy content. The answer to that question really lies, is really birthed in the garden of free thinkers,
Mhm.
right? So if I plant an idea seed, now walk with me into my idea
I'm with-
garden. I need to stop looking at the camera. So
look at the camera, Ben. Ben, look at the camera. I'm walking with you. Ben, are you looking at the camera?
No. If I plant an
No.
idea seed, God damn it. So there I am. We're walking in the garden of free thinkers.
The
You and
idea
I
garden.
the idea garden. Walk with me. I have some little nubule seeds of ideas, and I plant them all around.
Mhm.
I plant them all around. I wait. I water it. I nurture it. I sing to it. And I wait weeks,
Mhm.
watering it, nurturing it, singing to it every day, checking the pH balance of the soil of my idea garden. And when it births, and the question is, follow Mo on Twitter for spicy content.
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, the answer is yes.
Now, you talk about watering your idea garden,
Mm-hmm.
about planting these idea seeds, right?
Mm-hmm.
About checking the idea pH balance, right?
Yeah.
And all that suggests to me is that you're a sociopathic psychopath
Yeah.
that is manipulating people,
Mhm.
knowingly or unknowingly.
Yeah.
You are inciting God knows how many horrific events, Ben. And
Yeah.
I think you need help. I genuinely think you need help.
Well, and that's why we brought you in, B. We need more people to help us incite these type of situations. We need really smart individuals
Mm,
to kick things off, to get this, you know what I'm talking about, get this whole thing started.
yeah. The final solution.
Because where are we going to get that much peanut butter? Where are we going to get that much jam, that much peanut butter, and that much bread? If we don't amass an army
Mhm.
of like-minded individuals, where are we going to get the
And
peanut butter, the jelly, and the bread to make all these sandwiches
Yeah.
for?
an army of supermen, millions strong.
Yeah.
Fed
on PB&J.
Blonde-haired, blue-eyed,
Nope.
peanut butter jelly sandwiches in pocket. Yeah, though. Ben,
Yeah.
I'm worried about you, Ben. Ben,
B,
come
let me
back
ask you.
to it.
Let me
No,
ask you this.
let me ask you a
Go ahead,
question, right? This
please.
is my question to you, right?
Yeah.
Right. And take into account, I've got various pieces of paper and empty envelopes and stuff by right?
Yeah.
Take that into account. Oh, I also have an empty pack. Oh no, a mostly empty packet of crisps, right? What's your favorite Star Trek series? Because we got into this a bit last week. And actually,
Yeah.
no. I'm gonna rephrase the question, right? Because we got
Yeah.
into a bit last week. We were discussing the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite Star Trek episode?
Oh, fuck off. Jesus.
All right,
Um,
series. I keep it series
well,
if that's
no,
easier.
series is too easy.
Next generation.
It's next gen. Easy money, easy
Yeah.
money, easy money. I would say the favorite episode is a next gen episode. There's a couple, and I can't put my finger on which specific one. But there's any one where Picard makes me cry because he's doing some badass shit. Not because he's sad or not because he's Locutus or anything. Because he does like some like the welling music, and he's like, "This is why people should be, treated good." There's one of those ones. There's one of those ones that really
yeah.
really gets me.
Just sort of like your classic Picard speech where
Yeah, give me a Picard
Yeah.
monologue where he's like doing his thespian shit,
he's doing a Shakespearean where Patrick Stewart
Yeah.
is put on
and
his
he's like
Shakespearean
shaking,
pants.
and everyone you could tell the cool thing about on a very serious note, the cool thing about watching Patrick Stewart act in those days was
Yeah. Not
watch
these days.
well no, but watch everyone around him. They are locked the fuck in or trying to do their job so hard because he's such the center of attention because he's so good that it's you can see in some scenes where it's not cut properly. You're like, oh, you guys are all distracted by his, amazing acting.
It's acting chops.
Yeah.
I would contend, by the way, to ask myself the same question. I would contend that the episode where Data makes a daughter called Offspring.
Yes.
All right. And it's got my favorite line in it of all Star Trek, which is when Data is saying to his daughter, "Oh no, all those kids, they were laughing at you because you're weird as fuck, right? And they're just laughing at you because you're different." But she's like, "Oh, the kids were laughing." And he's like, "Yeah, that's a sign of humor." And she's like, "Without understanding humor, I have somehow mastered it." And right, so it's Offspring.
Yeah.
Or the Harlequin romance novel episode where Beverly Crusher falls in love with the ancient Irish ghost of green smoke guy.
Bro, the blatant Irish racism that happened in the 90s.
Oh, no. Irish racism in the 90s was all about terrorism, right? You think about terrorism in the 90s, and the idea of a terrorist was a white Irish guy.
Yes.
I lived through like the Manchester bombing and shit like that. I lived through like IRA fucking shit.
Can I ask you this? And this is obviously less satirical, more serious. Are you aware that in America they have a drink shot and it's called the Irish car bomb?
Oh no!
Yeah, these motherfuckers have a drop shot.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Oh my word.
Yup.
Oh, that's foretaste. It's like if we made a drink called the 911.
100% it is. 100%. And the blatant like just get an Irish car, like the blatant disregard of North Americans because it's in Canada too.
The question is it a good drink?
Let me search
That's
it.
the real.
Let me search it. I've never ordered it because it's mate. My ancestors were sent here because literally just because they were Irish.
How would you order that? How would you order that? You go, can I have a terrorist? I'd like 2 IEDs, please.
It is. Oh God, yeah, I would drink it. So the Irish car bomb drink. It's a
Mm,
drop shot.
mm.
Is oh fuck you! Don't give me all this shit. So the ingredients are half an ounce of Irish whiskey, half an ounce of Bailey's Irish cream. Put those into a shot glass and drop it into a Guinness.
Oh, you lost me at Guinness.
Yeah, because you can't. That's how I know it's American. You can't. You shouldn't chug a Guinness, and you could put whiskey into beer, and you could put Bailey's into beer, but you can't. You shouldn't be putting whiskey and Bailey's into beer.
Um, I would. Well, I wouldn't even call Guinness a beer. It's what we call a bitter, I believe.
Oh.
Um, but I don't like Guinness, so I'm very sorry to anybody who's Irish that's watching this, but it's basically like drinking a pint of lead. It is the heaviest drink I know. No, no,
Yeah.
I couldn't drink that. That's bad.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's one of those things that because you still to this day, and I get it and I respect it. You know, I have lots of friends. Some people watching right now are from New York. You know, so I do respect the tragedy around 9/11. But the same these a lot of the same motherfuckers that get really mad if someone makes some kind of joke around that.
Would also order an Irish car bomb.
They'd order the Irish car bomb. We shouldn't even be saying like man.
I got a question though.
Yeah.
Right. If we were to make the drink the 9/11, right?
Yeah.
What would be in it? Now
Plain
I'm
vodka.
thinking jet fuel and steel. Alright.
It's gotta be Kool-Aid and vodka. It's gotta be.
Kool-Aid, vodka, a little bit of jet fuel.
That's all it is. It's just
yeah.
it's very American, it's very Russian. It all fits in together. Put some bitters on top, like a little bush. Put a little a sprig of a bush on top, and we got ourselves.
Now I know you've got a drink called a Manhattan.
Yep.
Right. So if we could somehow throw a 9/11 at a Manhattan and create a new drink.
Yeah.
Is there a drink called an aeroplane?
Oh, look.
And then we can get 2 Manhattans and throw a couple of aeroplanes.
You're getting back at America for those Irish car bomb drinks right now, aren't you?
Well, look, I'm just working on a theme here, Ben.
No, I like it.
I'm playing with a theme. We're talking about the Irish. I'm just thinking, I'm sure there's a drink called a skyscraper. There's gotta be. If there isn't, we've got to make one. And then throw some aeroplanes.
There's a drink called a Manhattan skyscraper.
Right. We get 2 of those. Right.
Yeah.
Get on your Google and find out if there's a drink called an aeroplane.
Okay.
I'm having fun.
Hold on. There's one called. This is an interesting turn of events.
Oh God! Is it called the Ben?
No, it's called the paper plane.
Oh. Okay.
There's something here, and I haven't got it yet, but there's something there.
Now, if we could have a paper Manhattan, what makes that drink a paper plane as opposed to a regular plane?
Okay, the paper plane cocktail thing.
Right.
I can't believe we're doing this. It makes 2 servings.
Let's do it. We're doing it.
Fuck. 1.5 ounces of Amaretto.
Amaretto.
No, Amaro. Amaro.
Amaro. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
I'll take your word.
These we don't know any of these. 1.5 ounces of Aperol, Aperol,
Okay. Aperol.
Aperol. 1.5 ounces of bourbon. So
I know what that is.
Yeah. And 1.5 ounces of fresh lemon juice strained. So this is I don't know what is in this. Essentially, I have no idea what this tastes like.
Now, my local pub, right? I would love to go to my local pub and order like an old fashioned. We talked about an old fashioned before. I like an old fashioned, right? But should we say the cocktail making facilities are non-existent. So I would have ordered a paper plane. Give me a fucking paper plane. I'd love to go to a pub where they go, oh yeah, I know exactly what that is, or I'll Google it, and make it for you.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. That doesn't exist in my local pub.
Yeah, they're like, you want a whiskey sour?
Not even that, mate. Like I said, the closest they got to oh my word, the closest they got to whiskey is Jack Daniels. And I don't mind a Jack Daniels. Don't get me wrong; it's a good drink, but it's not a whiskey.
No, and a Jack Daniels is like, if I'm 25 and doing a ridiculous amount of cocaine, I'm going to like have a bottle of Jack Daniels, you know. But I'm almost a 40-year-old man and I'm tired. I'm gonna have a beer and go to bed. I'll have a cocktail if I want to stay up because it's more sugar, you know. Like, I'll love a Shirley Temple. I don't give a shit.
And most people find this, since we're talking about each other.
Yeah.
Most people don't believe this about me, but I have never once done cocaine.
What?
Right? I have done a whole butt ton of drugs.
Let's get into that.
Right, cocaine is not one of them.
Before we do, are you cool? We're at our first hour. Are you cool taking a quick little pee break?
I would love a wee.
I'm dying over here. I'm dying. Guys, we'll be right back. We're going to take a quick pee break. I'm just going to throw on music. The mics are still going to be hot, but I'll go a BRB screen.
Yeah, I pee quicker than you, so I'll be back and I'll be able to tell them the truth about what you're like behind the scenes.
Guys, we'll be right back.
How are you back
Bands
before
and
me,
the
Ben?
bees.
Why are you
Bands
back
and the
before
bees.
me?
Bands and the bees.
Ben, I'm watching you, Ben.
Bands and the bees. Are you ready to go?
I know.
Let's go. Let's go. And we are. Hey, we're back. Oh.
That's you were gone a minute there for a moment, Ben, but now you're back. You're over there.
Here we are. B, how are you doing? Guys, welcome back. This is the second act of Ben and the Bees. The Bens and the Bees number 4. Each other. And right before we went on break, we started talking about you haven't done cocaine, but you've
Mhm.
done many other drugs. Are you comfortable talking about that?
Yeah, my mother doesn't watch this podcast. We're all right.
Mine does.
No, my mother watched about when I told her I was on a podcast. She's like, "Oh, that's the next one to watch," because that's how she sounds.
Yeah, yeah.
And she watched about 5 minutes of one, and it was when I was telling you about that ridiculous painkiller, end of life painkiller that I took. And I'm like, I got a drug story for you. And she's like, I cut off at that. I stopped at that. I don't want to know about my kids' drug stories.
Yeah.
So she ain't watching this. We're all right. Bye, mum. If you are watching, fuck off now.
Good to see you. Thanks for watching. I like
Do
your
you want
mom
to ask
already.
me about. Oh, oh shit. I just inhaled my smoke wrong. My mum's brilliant, in
Yeah,
all
yeah.
fairness.
Well,
Yeah,
she had you, mate, and you are a gem. In all seriousness,
she put up with my shit.
I can't
Um,
imagine, bro. I don't. Before we get on to drug talk, I just want to talk. Like, I've had issues with my parents in the past. You know, the older I get, the more I realize, yeah, some of it was you, some of it was me. We could have been
Yep.
less of turds, you know, at times.
Yep.
But at the end of the
Yep.
day, if we're not turds now, why the fuck am I gonna carry that on?
Yep.
You know, I know a lot of
Are you-
people that like carry on negativity.
In your youth,
Mhm.
you can have legitimate resentment towards your parents.
Oh, yeah.
And then once you grow up a bit, you can actually develop a healthy relationship.
Yes.
If you can make one in your youth, brilliant. Good for you. That
Great.
didn't happen for me.
God,
I
no.
fucking hated my family in my teens. Now they're brilliant because I am a grown up and I'm able to understand what's going on.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I had through my 20s, I'll be very honest. Through my 20s, I've had a tumultuous, or I did have, you know, there was times of a tumultuous relationship with every one of my family members, but really my parents too. And it took a lot for me to kind of step out and be like, hey, what the fuck? If I
Yep.
was them, and like, it doesn't matter, like, because I was looking back and be like, hey, this you shouldn't have done this, or this really fucked me up here, or whatever, and none of it was really effed up. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just like
Oh,
light,
no.
like you could have done better here stuff.
Oh no, I without going into it too much, there's some fucked up shit in my past.
Sure.
And I probably have legit reasons to be angry with them. I just aren't anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
Which is
like
that's huge.
my mum's fucking brilliant, in all fairness. And
Yeah.
I hated her for so long. Like I really did.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, this is weird. We're getting too real right now. Let's
I like
lie to your
it.
viewers.
No, no. It's first of all, it's on Friday. It's our viewers, and mate, I don't know. I think it's not not necessarily a bad thing to be ridiculous and satirical, and then make things a little, you know, a little more serious. But it's interesting that we have the same kind of, like, we're round-ish the same age, and we have that same. It feels like we have a similar journey when it comes to kind of not accepting, not moving past, but I guess accepting what's already happened, maybe,
Yeah,
or
just it's not even accepting what happened. It's accepting people's reasons for doing things.
sure,
You know, and in your youth, you could be so tied up with, oh well, you know, they said this and they did that, without understanding why and what their pressures are and like
yeah,
I probably would have made the exact same decisions that my family made, which were the reason I hated them. I
Yeah.
would have done the same thing.
but now that you got to
Yeah, no.
see it, you wouldn't make the same decisions, and right, like, or I don't know, I don't know. That's a
I
genuine
don't
question.
know.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
Like, with the benefit of hindsight, would I do things differently? And I'm not sure I would.
Oh shit. Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a big realization.
Yeah.
right?
Again, I
We
don't
don't
want to
need to get
get
into the
too.
details. No, let's not get into
Yeah,
the details.
but
But
I mean,
okay,
as an
interesting.
adult,
Yeah.
you got to sort of appreciate. Well, what would I have done in that situation?
hmm
And it
hmm
probably wouldn't have been that much different.
Interesting. Very interesting. Now when I was 7, both my parents tried to drown me because I was making more money than them. What would you say? You know, like I was 7 when I started making all that money. You were about 8 or 9, I think the first time. This was, a few years before Justin. When you started making more money than your parents, and if this is touching on, whatever, we can move on. I know we've got really serious here and we're continuing that train. When you started making, 3 or 4 times the amount of your parents at a young age, how did that affect the relationship there?
I think they were quite pleased, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
that I was succeeding so much because I'm a very very successful person.
Yeah, we
I
all
think
are.
I think I think the thing that caused so much tension was my rubbing. Oh, he's gone. He's gone forever. Oh no, he's back. He's back.
I just needed to open the door. The cat was screaming.
Yeah. The thing that caused so much tension was my rubbing it in their faces all the time.
Yeah.
So like, ah, I'm not eating my broccoli. I earn 4 times as much as you. I can eat whatever I want.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
know, I'm not going to school.
Yeah.
I'm not brushing my teeth. I'm not. Fuck you, who are you? I'm
Sh
rubbing in, and I think, frankly, it was good for them.
Mhm. Mhm.
Especially my dad, who was already dead at that point. So it was especially good for him to hear. Um, but yeah, it did cause some tension. But I will be upfront and say that weren't their fault, especially Dad. He was dead, but
Now
that weren't my fault either, right? That weren't my fault either. Or
okay.
rather, it might have been my fault, but he should never have tried to make me eat broccoli, right? He should never have got in my way. Let this be a warning to you all. I ended my father, and I will end you.
Now I have a question.
Look at your camera, Ben.
I have a question.
Look at the
B,
camera,
I got a question
Ben.
for you. Ugh. Do you guys How sure are you? Do you guys have the little bells that go down in your graveyards? Do you have the string and the bell that go
Oh,
that goes
it
down?
goes into the coffin just in case he's still alive. Mate, come on. This is the 21st century Wales now, right? We have Zoom,
That's why I'm
right? You just have a little camera on the corpse. So, oh, I broke a bed. Right? I have a little camera on the corpse. I have a little screen on the gravestone.
Yeah.
You see how they are, and if they're screaming for help, yeah, I'm locked
Okay.
in a coffin underground.
So you were sure. You were sure. You were
Wi-
sure.
I might have killed him myself,
Okay.
so I was
Okay.
sure.
We love that.
Uh,
We love that.
I didn't kill my father, or at least that's what the courts determined.
Oh, word. There's no way we're getting out of this podcast unscathed. Um
Hey,
I
hey,
mean in
hey,
general,
hey.
not just this episode. It just in general. We are going to get in trouble.
Uh, well, if we do get in trouble, you know a person who is willing to kill to
Let's
get
go.
what they want,
Let's go. Let's go. You
right?
think we're fucking around? You
We're
think we're
fucking
fucking
around.
around?
I'll fucking end you, right? Mr. Twitch, I will
Dude,
fucking come for you. I
dude.
will eat your
Wait,
children.
I thought we were
I
on the
will
same
hunt
side.
you down. No, I'm talking to Mr. Twitch.
Oh, yeah,
Mr.
yeah,
Twitch,
yeah.
I will fucking hunt you down. I will eat your children. I will destroy everything you love.
Yeah. Me
You
too.
fucking come for us.
Yeah.
You fucking know what you're getting into,
Oh.
pal.
You little bish.
Yeah.
Let's
I got
talk
your
about
back, Ben.
Let's.
What are we
let's-
talking about?
Well, let's talk about April 6th, 2012.
Oh, I forget. Wait, that was the House of Commons that you mentioned earlier. I forget what you were mentioning in regards to that. So
So,
you're gonna have to fill me in.
you were apparently April 6th, 2012. You were in the House of Commons.
I remember it well.
Cock out consensually.
Mhm.
The room agreed. The room agreed. This wasn't an unconsensual cocking.
No. This is a thing you've got to understand about British politics is that there is ancient tradition in a Parliament, House of Commons. It's got lots of weird little idiosyncrasies. Like you're not allowed to call people a liar in the House of Commons. Right?
What?
That is
Bro.
literally you're not allowed to call people a liar in the House of Commons, right? But it's also things like the pomp and ceremony, and if anybody turns up
Mhm.
and demands the right of PP,
Yeah.
then you're allowed to address the House of Commons, dig out,
Yeah.
right,
The right of PP.
and the right of PP. Now, from an outside perspective, it can look really archaic and sort of barbaric or silly, but it does have a deep history. I was there for an important issue, which is the eradication of all women.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Of course.
Which
Very
it was-
important.
Yeah, and I still stand by that. I know we haven't made many strides in the intervening 20 years.
We've been getting
Right.
there recently. We've been working
We're,
on
we're,
it.
but there's certainly not as much progress as I would have hoped. Like by now, I would have hoped for at least 20% of all women to be dead. Right, at least 20%. Right.
Yeah.
At the moment, the numbers are closer to 1 or 2%, which is barely anything. So it's progress. Yeah.
Do you know what scares me? Do you
What
know what really
scares you?
frightens me?
I don't.
Up until recently,
Mhm.
worldwide, 99, and this is true. This is 100% factual. 99% of murders have been perpetrated by men.
Mm-hmm.
That
And
needle is moving,
yeah,
and that
well,
scares me.
no. And that's the thing is that up until a few years ago, 99% of murders were done by men
Mhm.
who were courageously murdering women, right? Courageously fulfilling that duty.
God's plan.
Yeah, God's plan. Whereas now they're starting to fight back, and it's a real problem for us men.
And like rude though,
Um,
right? Can we talk about the audacity of women fighting back
It's almost-
socially and physically? What is this about?
They don't understand women, and I know that none of your viewers are women. I know this,
Literally none of them.
right? But I just need your viewers to know if there happen to be a few women pretending to be men in your audience to just try and fit in.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
I need them to know that there is no use fighting. We
Yeah.
will come for you.
That's right.
We have a moral and righteous fight against the female menace. So stop fighting back. Stop fighting back.
Yeah.
Stop resisting.
Yeah.
As all of our brave boys in blue, right? When they're hitting you with a stick,
It's not girls in blue.
it's not girls in
It's
blue.
not girls in blue.
No,
It's boys in
right?
blue.
Exactly right. When they're hitting you with a stick, like
Yeah.
all right,
Sure.
stop
As
resisting.
police do.
Stop resisting.
Yeah.
Stop resisting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I want. That's what I want of you, women.
Mm-hmm.
Stop resisting. Just
That's
let
right.
us murder you.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
maybe we'll get this country back on the right track.
Can you imagine? Can you tell me,
I can't.
right, the utopian 1% women, 99% men?
It'll be like ancient Sparta again.
Oh.
Make America ancient Sparta again,
Oh.
where we're just all
Oh.
banging each other whenever
Yes.
we fucking feel like.
Yes.
We don't
Alpha
have none
dogging.
of these alpha dogging.
Sigma
We're not
dogging.
gonna put up with any of this shit. I'm not gonna have you expecting me to, meet my commitments or to actually do any work around the house. No. This house will be messy and I will tolerate it. I will accept my mess, right?
Yeah.
I don't need you
Yeah.
telling me I live like a fucking pig,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I live like a pig, but
Yeah.
pigs are happy.
Who needs a bed frame? Huh? Who
Yeah.
bed frames are a feminist trope. No one
That's true.
needs a bed frame. I want my bedroom to be stuffy as shit, dog. I want no airflow underneath my bed. I want that mattress stuck to the ground. I'm gonna glue that
Yeah.
to the ground
Yeah.
so there's no airflow and it gets all stuffy and stinky all the
Yeah.
time.
I don't need a bed sheet. I just
No.
need direct contact with mattress and whatever bodily fluids may be held within. It's the only way we get strong, Ben. It's the only way we will get strong.
And I think this is brilliant, and this is a theme that we continue on, throughout these the Bens and the Bees series here, Mr. Haley, and I like. Here's the thing. Andrew Tate,
And Papa Tate.
Papa Tate, Ben Shapiro, Tucky Carl, right? The holy trinity of
Party
masculinity, right? There's a lot of good things that come out of, and that's what I like. I like the good things that come out of which is everything. These
Masculinity.
titans of masculinity that completely understand evolution, as a whole. And for me, I like the part where they say, let's go back. Let's go back. Why is evolution always pushing forward? And pushing us into the next stage. Let's go back there.
Let's go back. Yeah. It's like regressivism is the new progressivism.
Oh my
You
god.
know.
Yeah.
Now, and I'll give you an example just to the viewers at home or at work or on the bus or on the toilet or wherever it may be.
Yeah.
Of how masculine some of these people are.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Tate now has been in prison for 3, coming up to 4 months.
Yeah.
And not once has he complained about his imprisonment. Right? You look at his Twitter account and he's like, I'm over here. This is brilliant. I'm fucking brilliant. Right?
And that's yeah. It's so brave. It's so brave.
So brave. And it's not like he's sitting there claiming he was fighting ghosts in his prison cell or whinging that his food has got worms in it or whatever, right? No, this is a man who is stoically just accepting his situation and dealing with it like a man.
Do you know what I really like about him? Aside from everything?
Aside from everything.
Is I think this is his first Ramadan, and he's just going full bore. And this is a guy, he's definitely committing to fasting during the day, and that's where the worms and stuff that he's not complaining about.
He's definitely not complaining about it because he wouldn't. He's too much of a man.
No, and this is all real. It's all completely real. So because it's his first Ramadan,
Mhm.
that he's observed, he's definitely fasting.
He's definitely doing it.
Yeah.
He's
Yes.
definitely devout.
Yep.
He's a devoutly Muslim
Yeah. Shouts
man.
out, by the way.
Yeah,
Non-ironically,
Andrew Tate.
non-sarcastically, shouts out to our Muslim brothers and sisters.
Oh no, yeah, no. I big love.
Yeah.
But
Andrew.
Andrew Tate, he's a modern day saint. I don't know
Oh my
what the
God.
equivalent of a saint is in Islam, but he's one of them.
Well, a saint's a saint, and that's the cool thing because they do well. I guess not saint, but prophet. He's I think in Islam he would be considered a prophet, and for me
Okay,
personally, as we are
I believe that.
talking about each other, for me personally, if we're gonna talk about influences, as we kind of get down to the nitty gritty of this show of this episode, and kind of the third act of it all, my influence, one of my greatest influences, obviously today, modernly, is Andrew Tate. Big ups.
Without a doubt, without a doubt.
Yeah.
That's like looking at you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have modeled your life
Yeah.
on
Oh,
Andrew Tate. Like
yeah.
you can see it. You
Yeah.
can see it, and like it's working for you. Don't get me wrong. Like,
Yeah. Thank
but
you. Thank you. Yeah, and I think it is. I think that's. I think
hi,
that's.
Raffagen.
Welcome in, Raph. Welcome in. That's something that is often, comically looked over when we're looking at our influences. Is really really um stupid men with a lot of money, ill-gotten gains. And so for
Mm,
me, one of my childhood influences really was I was born in the late 80s. And as I grew into a 90s baby, I looked back. Speaking of looking back, I looked back
you
and
do like looking back. You
I
look
l-
back all the time.
I love it. And let me tell you, the American president, I'm not sure if you're aware of him, Big Dick Boy Ronald Reagan.
Yep.
I just
The Reagan.
the Reagan. So there's two big influences for me, right? And you'll know this next one. So Reagan, massive. That was a childhood
Mm,
influence. We all know my modern day influences: Shapiro,
you
Carlson,
know,
Tucky Carl.
Peterson.
Yes, yeah, the
Yeah,
pillow
yeah, yeah.
guy, Rudy
Matt
Giuliani.
Walsh.
Oh,
Rudy. Oh,
dude,
Rudy.
do you know how many cum tributes I've sent to Matt Walsh?
I don't, but I bet there's a bunch.
365. Today is my 1 year anniversary of sending cum tributes to Matt Walsh. Thank you.
Oh, genuinely, mate.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I feel
Like,
good about it.
yeah, no, you should. You should.
I don't think I've committed
He's
to
worth
something.
it. He's worth it. Matt Walsh
Yeah.
has got a big brain,
Huge.
no chin,
None.
but he does have a beard.
Yeah.
So, you can hide the fact that you have no chin
Yes.
with a decent enough beard.
Yeah. Exactly. So we know my modern day influences, but it's Reagan.
Reagan.
And I'm gonna say it. Thatcher. I love me some Thatcher. Give me some
I
Margot, Thatty, That.
I bet you would. I bet you would tap there.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Margie, That, sit on my face,
Yeah.
make me call you mommy. Let's go. Margaret Thatcher is a kind, loving,
Mm,
intelligent, non-puppeted individual that I think we
mhm.
can all look up to, that loved trickle-down economics very much like Reggie,
Do you know like out to character here a little bit? Do you know what her nickname was in the
I
UK?
believe it was the Iron.
Oh no, not that one. The Iron Lady is one of them. But it's Margaret Thatcher Milk Snatcher, right?
Now that's okay. That's just sexist
Right?
for sure.
No, 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 no. It was back in the day. If you were in school, if you're in primary school, I
Yeah.
don't know what the equivalent is over
Same
there.
thing. Same thing.
Yeah, if you're in primary school, they would provide free milk
Yeah.
to every child. Right? You get a little bottle of milk,
Sure.
you know, like a half pint or a glass
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
milk
Yeah.
worth.
No, I know the little guys. Yeah.
Yeah, little bottle of milk to every child in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
And it would, encourage bone growth or strong teeth
Yeah.
or whatever,
Calcium and
right?
protein, huge, and
Uh,
magnesium, so you can absorb vitamins.
yeah, our Queen Margaret Thatcher, uh,
Mm-hmm.
rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she decided that wasn't good because the government is spending money on milk for children, and that's not very good. Why would we do a thing like that? So she took the milk away from the children's and was known as Margaret Thatcher Milk Snatcher.
Oh my God. And this is what
I
I
was
mean.
alive when that happened, right? I was alive when that happened. I used to have free milk in schools,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
and the best thing was as a kid, right, was I lived at the end of a street from a school, right? So
Sure.
in
Yep.
the morning, if I woke up early enough, I could wake up, go, nick some milk, actually snatch some milk from some children,
Let's go.
and I'd be like, I have some milk. Hey. So yeah, I used to be Margaret Thatcher. I used to
You
snatch
stole
milk.
milk from kids?
I stole milk. I was also a kid, so it's fine.
Oh, and that makes sense. That makes sense. So I feel like we would have been the kids. You would have stole it. You would have taken my milk.
I would have stolen specifically your
Dog,
milk.
you would have taken my milk 100%, and I would have had to try to like rally the laborers union to try to get my
No,
milk back.
I I would have been pointing at you specifically.
Oh,
I'd be
100%.
throwing I'd be throwing an empty bottle of milk at you every day. I'd be like, Ben, this one was
Yeah.
yours.
Now, there's something interesting about bullies in the UK are fucking vile. Bullies in Canada are more, I think, less sexual and more just physically violent. And bullies in the UK do like weird stuff where they'll like you said, peg milk at your head,
Right.
and get like it's interesting because I do remember I've been a bully. Let me not beat around that. And I've definitely been the other side of a bully. Um, do you remember and this is a genuinely serious question. Jokes aside, do you remember the first time you either bullied or was bullied
I do. Um,
by a kid and not something crazy?
right. Okay. By a kid.
By a kid. Let's keep it light. That I
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
held a lot of weight.
Oh, mate.
I get it. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah. Yes. But I was always a weird kid. In all fairness.
Sure.
Like I'm a weird adult, so
Dog, that's why we're friends. I
yeah.
the first time I remember being bullied, um I remember this kid. He was such a son of a bitch. Like I was doing pretty good. It was grade 2. I was kind of killing it. Like I had my one friend.
Right. So just for context, how old would you have been at grade 2? We
Kindergarten
don't
I
have.
was 5, 6, so 7 or 8.
All right. Okay.
A kid. Like cuz we have
Yeah.
kindergarten, grade 1, grade 2. I was
We don't have. We have like year 1, year 2, but
Ye-
that starts at like 5.
yeah, so
So when you're
you're
in year 2, you're 6.
Yeah, so we're 1 year up then because we call year
Mm,
1 kindergarten,
mm,
right? So that would be like year 3,
mm,
I guess, for you maybe. Around there. So and
mm.
I live in a small town. We had a couple elementary schools. Mine in particular was the rural one. So there was less kids. So we had split classes, so we had split grades. So one teacher would teach 2 grades. which got very confusing and very strange. But it's a cheaper way for the school system to have one teacher do double duty, right? So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
I was in this
And they
2-3
don't have to
split.
pay them twice.
No, and then
But
just like one or
that's the
two
thing.
kids. Yeah.
They give you more work
Yes.
and no more money.
Yes, exactly. It was brilliant by these dirty, dirty, dirty capitalists. And this mate, my first bully was a straight up aggressive ginger, and he hated me so much. He was that like the South Park meme, oh, gingers are mad all the time. That was this kid.
No, I think the South Park meme is that they have no soul.
Yeah, but there was other things attached to it that they'd kind of get on that I was like, "Ooh, dog." So
Now, sorry, carry on.
this kid, he just like as you were describing, that's why I just uncovered a memory. He would specifically just me. I was the only one. He didn't give a shit about anyone else. He just wanted to like pick on me, and he wasn't that big, but I don't like violence. I never liked violence. It wasn't my jam. And his big thing, I remember, and it influenced me to go into martial arts. His big thing was my grandpa taught me judo. And I'm looking at this, 3'2" ginger kid that's just as skinny as me, but is very aggressive. And he has 3 or 4 kids behind him. They all circle me and start like gang beating me it was crazy. And I remember, because they were the year older in our split class, and so they start beating me up like really weird for a rural small town in Canada. This was very strange, and I remember reaching out, and this guy pulled me out, just like a friend of mine, and then it turned into this giant grade 2s versus grade 3 fight, and everything kind of blew up. So that was my first memory of just being surrounded by these older kids, and I was confused. I was like, dog, I didn't say you don't know judo. And he's like, let me show you my judo. No one knows anything, no one knows anything. It was very strange, and I still look back at that moment and be like, what went on there? Why were these people doing these things? It was very confusing, especially because it wasn't I wasn't the wounded duck that everyone just exited from. It started this like giant clash between grades, and it was very strange.
Have you ever met any of your bullies in later life?
No, but I met someone I bullied once, and it's the fucking worst, dog.
That was me, man, and
it's the fucking worst.
Oh no. I would like to say I handled it with dignity and good grace.
I'm sure.
No, I basically I saw this person and I'm like, look, I think I owe you an apology.
Mm-hmm.
I treated you horrendously, and I feel really bad about it, and you've no fucking obligation to accept my apology.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Because I know what I probably did to you.
Mm-hmm.
But just know that ain't me. That ain't how I like to see myself. That was me at my worst, and I'm so sorry that you had to fucking put up with it.
Yeah. That's huge.
That's
huge.
I've been on the other side. I've been on both sides.
Yes.
Everybody has. Yep. Most people, I'd say, have been on both sides of that power dynamic.
Everyone's definitely been on the lesser side. Every single human. Not everyone has got the joy to like or at least remember it. I think, but everyone has definitely been on the downside of a boot heel for sure.
Yeah, and no, it happened about a year ago actually.
Oh shit!
Like, I hadn't seen this person. Oh my god, I keep hitting the wire.
You're good.
I hadn't seen this person in like 20 years, and I saw them. I recognized them. They recognized me, and damn near one of the first things I said to them was, "Yo, I owe you an apology, like,
How
'cause
how
I
old
was
were
in.
you when you were the bully to
Oh,
him? Was it like
this is
teenage?
the thing. No, I was like 18,
Oh
19 years old. I
fuck.
I weren't even a fucking kid, right? I didn't even have the
Sure. Yeah, yeah, I got you. I
you
got
know,
you.
the defense. I was just a stupid kid. No, I was just a dick.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
You know,
Yep. Yep.
like,
Yep. Logan, welcome in.
hello, Logan. Logan Radio rocks.
Friend of the
Oh,
show, amazing
they
streamer.
have they've sent us emojis. I don't know what to do with that.
No, no, yeah, Logan's just
Skull
dropping
and
a lurk, a nice
crossbones.
lurk on us. Just wanted to say hi.
Skull and crossbones. What does it mean?
It it says lurk on it. And it's not Skull and Bones, it's actually a stormtrooper. Logan's a big Star Wars guy.
Is sorry, I've got right. So these glasses are not
Yeah.
only broken,
Yeah.
but they're like 9 years old, and
Mhm.
apparently my eyes are very different now. So,
So you
um,
did you get your eyes checked? Are new glasses on the way? What's going on with that?
both. Both. I had my eyes checked, and now new glasses are on the way. So, oh, excellent streamer, homie, follow Logan. Yes,
Yes.
follow Logan.
Follow Logan.
Follow him.
Can I ask you something in all seriousness? We memed the first half of the show. I think we're a little serious right now. Can we bring
Yeah.
back the dab?
I think we should,
Can we?
because I've only just learned how to do it. Right? Is like flossing. Flossing in about 6 years' time. I'm gonna figure out how to floss.
Oh, it's already
Right.
gone. Flossing's already out.
I know it's already out, but in 6 years' time we're
Oh.
bringing it back because I'll finally know how to do it.
Yep. 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 I
You know,
cannot do
it's
it.
something like that, and
Sure.
then it's
Sure.
like that,
Yeah.
and then you do that.
I want to
Right?
bring. Yeah, I think let's start with the dab, and then let's do a 5-year plan. Start with the dab. We're bringing it back, and then in 5 years we bring back the flossing.
Yep.
Right? What's after that? What's in the future?
Now I think we go all the way back, all the way back to
Yeah.
like something along the lines of Morris dancing, and bring that back.
What's Morris dancing?
Oh, I was about to say you don't know what Morris dancing is.
Nope.
Oh, right. This is going to be a treat for all of your viewers.
Let's go.
Google it. Get it up on screen. It'll mess up my thing and you'll freeze. It happens every time.
I'm
But
going
bring up
to.
some Morris dancing
You
by
son of a bitch.
Morr.
Yeah, I know. I see it. I know what this is. We'll bring it up. We'll bring it up. Let me just get it.
Yeah. We
This
gotta get
is
some more.
This is some island. This is some White Island bullshit. I know what's
This is
happening.
This is UK traditional dancing.
Yeah, you guys
This
are island
is-
boys for sure.
We are big island boys. we like our island. But yeah, Morris dancing. I'm surprised. Ooh, right. You're gonna freeze at some point on
Oh,
my
shit.
screen. Right? It's fine.
Okay, let's.
Yeah. Now, usually they do it around a big pipe, right? A big
Okay.
stick, and they have ribbons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, emergency.
Now it's interesting that we can't hear any of this.
Well, I can hear it, but that's an advert.
No, you can hear the ad?
I can hear the ad.
Why can't I?
They're talking about vitamins.
Yeah, but I can't hear it at all.
And the only reason I know is vitamins is because I would say vitamins.
Yes, you would. Yes, you would. All right, let's take a
Oh,
look at
you
this.
frozen! You're gonna love this. I got a screenshot there.
Yeah, take a screen cap. I'm just gonna shut my door here.
Let's see. Hey, you're gonna love that screenshot.
So this is apparently Morris dancing in Oxford. I don't think there's any sound on stream, but I'm not sure why, and I don't. Oh, I do know why. Hold on, one sec. We'll get this going.
If you messed it up, Ben.
I did. All right, let's take a look at Morris dancing.
Right, so this is the dancing we're bringing back after dabbing
Yes.
and the floss.
Yeah, so first dabbing, then the floss, and then Morris dancing. Oh, they have sticks like it's a relay.
Yes, they're really dancers.
Now, are there men and women in this?
Probably. Now, here's a weird thing, right? So they have bells on their shoes.
Uh-huh.
Proper Morris dancers have bells on their shoes.
Yeah.
And Morris dancing is in serious trouble because the types of bells that get added to their shoes, the traditional ones, there's only like 4 people who know how to make them anymore. So, yeah, no, it's like a traditional like.
So you have to make it. You have to make it by hand or something for the bell.
Yes, it is like the traditional way of making those bells, and there's only like 2 or 3 or something like that actual blacksmiths in the UK that will do that.
Now, how many of these blacksmiths will come on a podcast with 10 to 20 viewers per hour?
That's a question outside of my realm of expertise.
Okay, you give me the names and then we'll get them on because I need to know, we need to talk to these people. What are they doing? Do they just make bells for these?
I mean, if they're that rare, then you could make probably a good living just selling bells.
That's what I mean. This sounds wildly like a bell maker for Morris dancing shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the heck? So Morris dancing, did you ever do Morris dancing when you were a kid?
Oh. No, I'm Welsh. I'm from nowhere in Wales. No, that's more of an England thing.
Oh. Yeah.
No, what we had. So I'm gonna leave this chat. I'm gonna rejoin in.
Yeah,
like
please do. Our dear friend. There he is.
I'm back.
There he is.
No, I'm Welsh. We had Eisteddfod, right? Just like a Welsh national celebration. I got a good Eisteddfod story.
Please.
So there's a Welsh sort of nursery rhyme song, like like Ring Around the Rosie sort of shit, right? And I had a half decent singing voice back in the day, so in school was singing this song. And they're like, "Oh, you can sing it for Eisteddfod." I'm like, "Yeah, brilliant, right? It's called Dacu Mama Duad, right? Okay. Dacu Mama Duad, a ben a gampha wen." Right, that is like the only line of it I remember.
Sure.
Right? And just as I'm about to go on stage in front of like the whole school, because this is a Welsh national thing, it happens in all schools. You have a big fucking like a big meeting for Eisteddfod, and they get all arts and crafts and shit like that going on, right? So just as I'm about to go on stage and sing my song, the music teacher comes up to me and pats me on the back and goes, "You go, bud. You just belt it out."
Okay, yeah.
Right? So I get on stage and there's a microphone in front of my face. Right? I gotta belt this fucker out.
Oh no.
To this like 200 or 1,000 people from my school.
God damn it.
Right?
Yeah. Was the mic cracking? Was the sound good?
The woman who was responsible for the microphone just jumping across and trying to lower the gain levels or whatever. And so for years, I was known as Dacu Mama Duad. Right? I'd be walking around the school and just people would go, "Dacu Mama Duad, come forward."
Oh, was it done in like a way that like, you were vibing with?
Oh no, they were definitely
Yeah.
trying to make fun of me.
Yeah. But it's a
Like,
nice
no,
story
no.
today.
They were spot on.
Yeah.
They're like, I would have done the same fucking thing if
Yeah.
it happened to someone else.
Dude,
Like,
adults are so fucking stupid when it comes to talking to kids. They say the craziest shit, and then the kid does something literally exactly what you tell them to do. Like, go ahead and belt it out,
yeah,
mate. Like, it's a child. He's gonna scream this shit. He's nervous as fuck.
yeah.
There's no way. Like, why do you
Uh,
tell the kid exactly what's going on? Like, just do your best, do what you practice, do what you know. Don't like belt it out, lad. Like, holy shit.
no, again, I don't put this on him.
Sure. Yeah, but you're kind.
Uh,
That's yeah.
I still remember his name, Mr. Shurin, the music teacher,
Love Mr.
and
Shearing.
the Mr. Shurin and Shoestring. We used to make fun of him with Mr. Shoestring,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
because we were very clever,
Oh,
very
you do.
smart.
Yeah.
Uh, all right,
B.
who was your favorite teacher in school?
That's a great question. And the answer probably won't surprise. Maybe will surprise you. My favorite teacher was, um,
Drama.
no English.
Okay, that would be my second choice.
I liked my drama teacher, but I didn't realize at the time of senior years in high school, some mental health stuff was coming up. So with the drama teacher, there's a lot of pressure to like succeed in theater and acting. And also I was collapsing like a dying star every time anyone looked at me. So there is, I was supposed to be part of the Shakespearean play, and I just fucking didn't. I just stopped going. So there's this whole like weird. It would have been the drama teacher. She was so kind, but there was no connection with like what was going on with my mental health at the time, and my actions. Between adults and me. Looking back, I'm like, oh, bro, it would have been a couple conversations and maybe a trip to the doctors, and we could have solved a lot of this stuff early. But everyone's like, oh, he's acting out or he's doing this. So that was strange. But my favorite teacher, his name was Mr. Robinson. He was a ex-army guy. This is what I mean. He was very take no shit.
His English lessons would have been just been reading field manuals.
No, because
Ex-army guy.
he's an ex, and that's the thing. He's an ex-Canadian army guy. That's what I'm so proud of my country in these moments where I can tell these stories, because this guy was a ex, like he's definitely seen the life leave someone's eyes, and he was so reasonable in this tumultuous state. Like we were grade 10, so 15 to 18, right? Like I had him for a bunch of years, and on and off. And so I had him as a French teacher because he spoke French as well. So I had him as a French teacher, I had him as an English teacher, and he is the only person in my life that connected the dots, because I have a bunch of like learning stuff going on and did at the time. I didn't actually learn English things from English teachers. I learned it because I was behind in French, and they would talk about verbs and adjectives, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck this is, and I'm trying to learn another language. And he was the only person that kind of caught on to that, because I had him as a French teacher early, and then I had him as an English teacher later, and he knew that I had all these missing pieces, but he didn't rip on me for it. He's like, no, you can, because I wanted to become like either an English teacher or writer or something, but I was dyslexic. My reading level, like my comprehension's high, my level's low. Like I can read the same sentence 100 times.
Who did the Canterbury Tales? Chaucer.
Yep.
Chaucer was dyslexic. The guy who did Christmas Carol.
Yes.
What's his fucking name? Charles.
Dickens.
Dickens. Yeah,
Dickens.
Charles Dickens. He was dyslexic.
Mhm.
If you look at how Shakespeare was writing, like that guy couldn't spell for shit, but
Yeah.
he happened to have this wonderful voice, you know, that needed to get out. And back then, people didn't give a shit about how things were spelled because there was
Yeah.
no agreement on how things were spelled.
And I think
Hell, they weren't even agreement on how you spell Shakespeare, right? Because legitimately, he had about 4 different signatures, and they were all spelled different. And
Jesus.
some of them had, yeah, legit, like some of them had an E on the end, some of them didn't, some of them had the A in spear, some of them didn't.
My
Like,
God.
like this is Shakespeare himself, and he didn't even give a fuck about how his own name was spelled.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And that's I appreciated that so much from this guy because he appreciated literature and he appreciated writing, and every time I'd hand something in, it wasn't he just knew me. It was so weird in 12 years of schooling. It was the first, or whatever, a decade of schooling. It was the first person that really got me. There's other people that would pick up other weaknesses in my personality and try to cater to that because they were kind. But it didn't help me. He was the first guy to just be like, no, this is good, that's shit. Fuck off. And that kind of, attitude with someone that's so qualified to say that kind of stuff was great. And he was a great role model because he was one of these. He looked aggressively masculine, right? Like he was a big, built, ripped, shaved head, red beard. He had his insignia from his, because he was a peacekeeper, but they Canadian peacekeepers kill people.
I mean, all peacekeepers kill people. That's how you keep the peace.
Yeah.
Is by killing the people who don't want peace.
But he knew some of the stuff was good. He knew some of the stuff was bad, and he wasn't part of the army anymore, and et cetera, et cetera. I think it was an overall positive to the world, and that's what I appreciated because he was, even with teenagers, he would be slightly vulnerable, but not to the point where it was weird. He'd reel it the fuck in, but being like, no, this has happened, and this is a real life situation. I can tell you a bit about it, but I'm not going to put my emotion to it. Which tons of teachers just do, and I think is really inappropriate.
Now, incidentally, you mentioned your drama teacher.
Mm-hmm.
My drama teacher is currently sitting in the House of Lords. Now, I don't know what your knowledge of UK politics is. Do you know what the House of Lords is?
I think it's similar to our Senate. Like you don't do anything, but you can get appointed and get a salary, and you just have to pass stuff.
I mean, that's essentially it, right? So we got the House of Commons in the UK, which is elected officials discussing and implementing and whatever laws, right? Then you got the House of Lords. Any law that needs to pass through needs to go through the House of Lords, and you can argue that it's very easy to argue in favor of or against the House of Lords, right? You can abolish it. It is very easy to argue both, right? Because frankly,
it's just like our Senate. Yeah.
No. It's not just like your Senate, because you can be a hereditary peer, right? Which means, say you were a lord.
Yeah.
Well, then that means your son will be a lord.
Yeah. Oh, fuck off.
And their son will be. So now all of a sudden, just by being born, your son has political power. He gets to sit in our room and make those decisions. And if he don't like it, just based on the fact that he's your kid, he gets the house. And like I said,
no,
there are some I'm conflicted about the House of Lords because
I hate it.
Yeah, they do in some ways act as a check and balance, right? Because they are not beholden to any government. Right?
Yeah, but that's what makes them dangerous, though.
Oh, I know. That's the other side.
Yeah.
Right? But because the argument is because they're lords and they're not in fear of losing their jobs, they can speak the truth. But the thing is, they can only speak the truth that a hereditary peer knows,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone who has lived in probably fantastic wealth for their entire life. Whereas, yeah, but they do genuinely hold the government to account at some points. They genuinely do. Like some points, you're like, fucking right, House of Lords, good for you.
Sure. But how many
But
times compared to when they just pass things and like what is the House of Lords passing these things where you're saying fuck right just so they don't get abolished? Are they doing that during a more liberal government? Are they doing that during a conservative
I
government?
I would say that they're not really concerned with what I think
Yeah.
at all. They whether or not I want them abolished or whether the government wants them abolished, which has
Mm-hmm.
happened and does happen.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give a shit. They're gonna be all right anyway.
Yeah, they will, won't they? They and their
They
grandkids'
they
kids
they
will. They'll be fine.
their grandkids' kids
Yeah.
and their grandkids' they'll
Yeah.
all be fine.
Yeah.
They're not worried about that. They probably really like having the power that they do,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not sure they're particularly concerned about losing it. Um,
Yeah, and it's so interesting. That
sorry, we got onto this because my drama teacher,
yes,
my
yes. Sorry,
drama,
sorry.
my drama teacher, who was amazing, I loved it.
Mhm.
But she was installed as a lord because she joined the government, went for an MP position, and ended up getting appointed by Theresa May,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Ex Prime Minister
Rest in peace.
of
Yeah.
Dinga sends his regard. Right. In chat, Dinga sends his regard. Shut up, Simon.
Simon, we love you.
Simon,
Simon, we love you.
no. Simon, shut up. Right, you looking at me, Simon? You looking at me? Shut up. Right. As long as Simon knows he needs to shut up,
Sure.
this entire podcast has been a success.
Let's get to because we gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, you got a wedding to go
Yeah,
to.
I'm actually late. We definitely need to wrap this up, but I didn't want to cut the story short. You know what I'm trying to say? So the drama teacher.
Yeah, no, she was appointed by Theresa May, who I also hate.
Yes.
I probably wouldn't like my drama teacher now, because of her position. Oh, good. Dingus has since shut it up. Good. We're good. But yeah, I think my story about my drama teacher has ended, Ben. I think you can safely close this down.
I love it, guys. Let's wrap it up. B, this was a good one. I like this balancing. We're figuring this out.
Wait. One moment.
Sure.
Uwu Park Uwu. Are my drugs on the way? All right.
Let's get the fuck out of here. Jesus, I gotta end this more now. B, this has been amazing. We're like I said, guys, we do this every single Friday. We're gonna bring you ridiculous facts, strangely mixed in with real stuff. And apparently it wasn't the plan, but I'm vibing with it so far. I'm vibing with it.
I like the last 2 weeks we've done like our thing for like the first act, and then just chill the fuck out. I don't know if that's our new format.
I think it is. I think it's like an hour of greasing it up and
nonsense.
then get a little more. Yeah, I like this. I like this vibe. Let's keep this going. Let's chat later. I gotta run.
Ooh, it's fine. All right.
Nice. Hell yeah. Congratulations. We're gonna go and rate our dear friend. We never get to rate him. Friend of the show, The Pigeon Show.
Pigeon Show.
Yes.
I
Let's.
have no idea what that is. I hope it's good. I'm gonna watch it for a bit.
He's a brother from the UK. Love Pidge. We do wrestling stuff every once in a while, and we're actually linking up for another project on TPTV. But for now, B, it's been amazing. I gotta raid and then just leave you. So I'm gonna say goodbye
You
now.
gotta go. Yeah,
I appreciate you so much,
I
mate.
love you.
Love you too.
Yeah, good man.
Guys, see you later. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. B, I can't thank you enough. This is just I look forward to this every week. Okay, guys.